guys, Layles here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a CAS of Pewdiepie and Marzia. Since, about, I want to say it was a little over a week and a half ago, Pewdiepie went on his official first time ever break, which, great for him. He's been putting out content for a really, really long time. So I thought I would go ahead and give it my best at recreating them in The Sims. So it took a little bit to get something that kind of decently looked okay. I'm okay at CAS relatively in my mind, but it was a little difficult, especially with the way that Sims clay is very round and cherub-like, and both of them have pretty, what would be the word? They have pretty, Grecian type features in them. Not necessarily say that they look Grecian, but they are very chiseled facially. So it kind of made for a little bit of a challenge, because you can see where the bones are meant to be when you shape the head like that, but then you see the skin going around too, and they just kind of look maybe a little bit more weighty than they do in real life. So it took me some time to get somewhere that I thought, looked relatively okay. Something that I think makes it difficult to do Pewdiepie, for example, is facially in The Sims, it's really difficult to get that long face that still has features somewhat closer together and, fit into his type of profile. So it took some time to really get something that I thought, looked relatively close. Also, I went for the blonde hair color for him because his hair color, is kind of a dishwater, so it's darker. Thought about doing brunette, but, I thought that was probably getting a little too dark, and hair is really cosmetic, especially in The Sims, and you can change color very, very easily. So it was honestly way easier to pick out clothes for him instead of Marzia. Marzia I always considered to be a bit more fashion forward. So I'm not maybe as fashion forward as her, or as, I don't maybe dress the same way, and I much more relate to hoodies and jeans. And I kind of decided to be a little low-key. Now, I did use a little bit of custom content. If you noticed already, I use custom skins and custom eyes, so I'll be linking what I use in the description box below, and you can download that if you want. If you don't want to download any of the custom content I use, honestly, I didn't use a whole lot. The skin and eyes should just revert in your game to whatever EA's Maxis versions are, relatively. If they don't, I'm sure that that's not really a big deal. But, so there's the sweatpants joggers that I picked out. That's CAS. It's from I think it was called the Teen Style Stuff Pack that was made. I forget which creator did it. But that was a pretty nice CC pack. I love Maxis Match CC, honestly. And I really like matching the aesthetic. I like Alpha. I used to use Alpha CC back with Sims 2, but I realized it does take me out of gameplay to see other people or other Sims running around with Maxis. So I decided when I started downloading CC for Sims 4 that I was just going to stay in the Maxis realm. So, yeah. I thought that, Pewds did turn out pretty okay. I will say the other thing I struggled with was doing traits, because I think a lot of the traits that I associate with Pewdiepie can't really be summed up in what the Sims trait system has. I would say he matches some of the ones that are there, but, I like to look at my traits to be, kind of overarching, instead of, this Sim specifically likes X or specifically likes Y. And you know, I'm a little bit more, so I wasn't quite sure what to put. I thought about doing a creative one. I thought about doing a nature one. I think I picked Jokestar, if I remember correctly. And I think the reason I did that was just because he does a lot of comedic commentary now, even though like he started out playing video games all the time, and he still plays games sometimes, not as often as General. I picked the bro trait for sure just because of the bro army. I remember that vividly from like 2012. So yeah, now we're getting into Marzia. I think that she has 2 pieces of custom content. I can't remember if her hair is or not, but I took a minute to really think about what I wanted to do for her because, you know, I didn't really watch her channel much when she was active, and I knew her more from his. So there's my eyebrows that I have, and I'll link both of the sets that I have down below. I think I used the one that it's currently on, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know. I like CC eyebrows, okay. I don't need them, but I do like what they do for my Sims. Now, her face was very hard to even pull something off that looked similar. And again, it was just the clay that you get in Sims, because Marzia has this very unique nose. It's very cute. I really like how Marzia's face is shaped in real life. And I do like how the sim turned out, but definitely not maybe the closest representation, I would say. But she did end up looking really cute. So, yeah. And I struggled with the lips a little bit, because Marzia has like these thinner lips, but then, I don't know. I always picture girls not having uber thin lips, even though, you know, we can. And maybe that's partially because of beauty standards today. I don't know. And if it's just because of beauty standards, that's really, really sad, and maybe I should rethink some of that. So I tried to find like this nice little medium that still looked thin, but like not too thin, because I don't think her lips really look like pencil thin or anything. And I thought about what hair I wanted to use. I wish that we had some more very, very long clay hairs. Like, we don't have anything that's actually like what I would consider long, honestly. Most of the long hairs in game are like shoulder length, and I like shoulder length, but I don't know. This hair is pretty long, the one that I used on her eventually. Again, I'll be linking that down in the description box. I thought about hair color again, because I know right now, if I remember correctly, her hair is blonde, but I think it's a little bit on the brown side of the dishwater blonde that like Pewdiepie has. So I went for the brown hair, and again, you can change that. But I struggled so much with clothing her. Like, I don't know how to describe. I think I used a lot of university, I think I used a lot of that expansion pack, just because, I mean, I guess I don't know. There's kind of this, I should say, comfortableness with that pack, and I love the clothes that came with that expansion, if I'm being honest. And I wanted her to look like she would be comfortable, but also fashionable. So I thought, you know, every day she probably would have something a bit more comfortable, and I thought, like, I could make things look a little bit more fashion forward with some of the other outfits. I have a lot of fashion forward CC in my mind, at least. You can tell me that I'm completely false to think that. And I don't know, it just didn't suit her well, and I did want to pull back on CC just to make it easier to download in general. And I guess that being said, since I do use CC skins and eyes no matter what, if you want to download any of my Sims, which will be under my username on the gallery at doremilayles, and if you want to download those, you will have to tack on the check mark for using custom content. Just because I use those custom skins and eyes, it already goes in as custom. So while I'm using a lot from other like Max's curated packs and Max's curated content, it's just no matter what, if I were to use only Max's clothes, from what I can tell, my Sims that I upload to the gallery, they still come out as being CC. So, yeah. I did struggle more so even with how, like, cutesy would Marzia go, because I think of Marzia as being very cutesy. You can tell me that I am wrong, honestly, because, as I said, I didn't really watch her channel, and I know her from what she did on Pewdiepie's channel when she'd show up. So I tried to, like, borderline, like, realistic versus, like, cutesy luxury bougie, because I think, like, I don't know. If I were her, I would totally love some of these bougie things. But being honest, I don't know that that's even realistic for if you can get some of those bougie things. So I just really tried to make her look, you know, I guess I would say realistically livable like everyone else. Because, you know, at the end of the day, she is like everyone else. She has emotions and thoughts, and she's adorable. So, yeah. I do think that she turned out, you know, pretty decent. So, as you'll see, I go back after doing all the clothes and putting on makeup afterwards because I don't like to stress myself out. Because I like to, or I guess I will say why I stress myself out. I don't like to get stressed in, like, makeup getting transferred over to different outfits. And I like to match my makeup to whatever outfits I picked and match the aesthetic there. So I think that by doing that, it just looks a little bit more together, I guess would be the word. And I went for, like, some natural, a little smoky sometimes, but pretty natural. And again, I really struggled with knowing what to do. So I think I went for the soulmate aspiration, but, you know, that's pretty changeable and creative again. And yeah, I did some perfectionist traits because I think that she does have some things more together than Pewds does. But you'll see I changed the volume up in my game that you can't hear just to, like, try to get their voices in a somewhat close option. And, you know, I can't make things match, obviously, but I wanted things to be pretty close. So, yeah. And then you will see the tail end where I put things on the gallery and my little description there, which is slightly wrong, but yeah, because I'm pretty sure I said that I used one piece of custom content besides my skin eyes stuff, but I used like 3 in total. And again, all of those will be linked down below. So yeah, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think, and I'll see you around.